Calvin, all right, investors back to buying, watching the back to spending, and not a little spending. Try $100 billion more to the debt spending. A debt spending that includes, among other things, $55 billion more to extend jobless benefits, $24 billion to states for various Medicaid initiatives, tens of billions in payments for doctors, and nearly $5 billion to settle lawsuits by minority farmers. I don't know what that one's about, and I don't know what the $1 billion for summer jobs is about, or which jobs. But while it isn't paid for, the part that is, you guessed it could be coming from tax hikes, including more than doubling some taxes on real estate and financial firms. Democratic Congressman Steve Cohen of Tennessee, fine with all of this. Congressman, good to have you.
Good to see you, Neil.
You're still spending, and we're still broke. And I'm wondering how you're going to afford any of it.
Well, a lot of what we're going to afford is going to be because hedge fund managers making tens of millions of dollars will start to pay regular income taxes like middle-class citizens do, rather than having to take this as capital gains. And for years they've been doing it and not paying their fair share, and they're going to pay it. And companies that go overseas and avoid paying taxes in America, take jobs away from middle-class citizens and take taxes away from America, will lose those tax loopholes and start to pay their fair share.
Seriously, on the hedge fund thing in particular, I think you're onto something, and I agree with that. I think they have been getting a double standard here. I was crunching the numbers myself. I took my socks off, used my toes, my fingers, and I came to about $30 billion via these tax hikes that you and the rest you expect from hedge funds to the financial guys. And you're doing $100 billion plus in spending. So I'm saying to myself, they're still $70 billion shy of the dough they need.
You're probably right. Part of it's not funded, no question. And part of it was because the unemployment compensation extension and the monies for Medicaid to the states, those are programs that get money into the economy, and they're proven to help stimulate the economy the best way possible. They get spent immediately. And the COBRA benefits, too. These are people who are the Purple Hearts of this recession, who need state Medicaid. They need insurance that they lost when they were severed from their jobs.
No doubt, Congressman. I'm not saying that any of these needs aren't important. I mean, in tough times, everyone has a legitimate need. But you don't have the money there, and as you just said, there is a gap between what you hope to get from hiking taxes on hedge funds and financial guys and what you're doling out in some of these other things. And that's what got a lot of politicians in a heap of trouble on primary day. And I'm just wondering whether you guys have a tin ear to that.
Well, we understand that. We're going to start fighting the deficit, and we're doing it. We've got a pay-go bill in the House.
But you're not.
Much of this is paid for. The part that isn't paid for.
You're just digging deeper.
Not all of it. Not all of it, Neil. You're right. And Self was right. But at the same time, there's a time for deficit spending, and there's still a time for deficit spending.
Why is there still a time for deficit spending? I mean, at what point do you say, shovel down?
I think when the economy starts to move more and more on its own, it's improved. It's going to continue to improve. It needs to be helped, but pretty soon we'll be stopping this, and we'll be proceeding with a more natural economic growth. I think this may be the last major jobs and tax incentive initiative. Much of what we're spending is tax cuts for small business, tax cuts for large businesses to do research and development, tax cuts that will spur this economy, help farmers, help the timber industry, and get this economy moving. It's going to create jobs, and that's what we need to do right now. And there's a time when you do deficit spending, and much of this deficit spending is going directly to business, small business.
Congressman, we'll see. I'm a little worried, but I'll take you at your word that I have nothing at all to worry about. Congressman, seriously,
thank you, Neil. I'm still bullish. We're going to be at 12,000 on that Dow soon enough.
Okay. Thank you, Congressman.
Thank you.